My adorable princess, prepare yourself for Friday, because I, my family and cabinet members will be traveling to your town to appreciate and reward your family for raising such an amazing and wonderful soul as you. And when we return, I will surprise you mightily," the king said. "Oh my goodness. Thank you very much, Your Majesty," Della appreciated. A moment later, "Ivan, please, I would like you to return home as soon as possible to see how things are going because the king, his family and cabinet members will be visiting our town on Friday to see my family," Della said. "Wow, this is fantastic news. I will go there tomorrow," Ivan replied. "But please, Ivan, do not tell my parents or anyone else that you saw me and Prince Obi, because I want to surprise everyone," Della warned. "Trust me, sister, I won't tell anyone," Ivan assured her. "Ivan, let me know when you are leaving tomorrow so that I can give you some money," the prince offered. "Thank you very much, my prince. I will not hesitate," Ivan responded. "You're welcome, my princess. I would love to see your ex-fiancé. What is his name again?" the prince asked. "Bob?" Della questioned. "Yes, it's funny how he treated you because of me. I want to see him try to make amends with you. Or maybe you should invite him to my coronation next month," Obi said. "Wow, what a fantastic idea. I will take you straight to his house when we get there," Della answered. "I just cannot wait," Obi replied. "Everyone would be shocked to see you," said Della. "Yes, and that includes you as well. My princess, I hope your town is motorable," Obi remarked. "Pretty sure, why do you ask?" Della asked. "Because there are many cars that will be traveling with us to your town," Obi explained. "Our road is perfectly fine. We have no potholes on our road," Della assured him. "That is great, my princess, I believe you," Obi said. The following day, Ivan returned home, and when he arrived, "Ivan, why did you spend so much time in your friend's hometown?" Della's mother asked. "Mummy, you know I am a graduate, so I was looking for a well-paying job, which is why I did not return on time," Ivan responded. "Were you able to find one?" Della's father asked. "No, but before this month ends, I firmly believe that I will have a white-collar job," Ivan replied. "Amen, my son. Have you seen or heard from your sister, Della?" Della's mother asked. "No, that was the exact question I wanted to ask," Ivan responded. "Honey, I told you to forget about that useless girl called Della," Della's father said. "Honey, I don't know why you hate Della like this," Della's mother replied. "Why won't I hate her? See, do not just talk about that useless daughter of yours in my presence," the father stated. "Daddy, sister Della will surprise you far beyond your expectations very soon," Ivan said. The man hissed as he walked in. Friday afternoon, Bob went to ask for forgiveness from Della's parents. "Long time, Brother Bob," Ivan greeted. "Ivan, how have you been? How was your service?" Bob asked. "I thank God, Brother Bob," Ivan replied. "Okay, that's great. Where is Mama and Papa?" Bob asked. "Mummy, Daddy, come, Bob is here," Ivan called. "Where is Bob?" "Good day, Mama Della. Good day, Papa Della," Bob greeted. "Bob, how have you been?" "Long time," Della's mum asked. "Bob, if you do not want me to ignore you, please stop calling me Papa Della, because that useless girl is not worthy of being my daughter," Della's dad replied. "I am sorry, sir. I came here to confess and ask for your forgiveness," Bob muttered. "What happened, Bob?" Della's mum asked curiously. Kai, Bob stammered. "Bob, what's going on? Talk to us now," Della's mother urged. "It's hard to say, but I just have to say it. The truth is that when I heard that Della was pregnant for the madman, I was extremely hurt depressed and disappointed. So I decided to go to meet a very powerful goddess to kill Della with the pregnancy. And ever since I killed her, her spirit has been disturbing me badly. Please, sir, forgive me, Bob cried out. Della's mother gripped Bob's cloth and shirts. Ah, Bob, you had the guts to kill my sister. I will kill you today. Wait for me. I am coming. Ivan fake cried and ran inside to call Della. Hello, sister. Something unbelievable is going on here. Where are you people now? Ivan asked. We have just entered our street, Della responded. Wow. Please come quickly. Oh, Bob is here. Did you come with policemen? I just heard their sirens, Ivan asked excitedly. Is Bob there? That is wonderful. Sure, police and army men accompanied us, Della answered before hanging up. Bob, you must give birth to my daughter right now, Della's mother exclaimed. Honey, leave the young man alone. Your useless daughter deserves to die, Della's father said. It's you that is useless. And you, Bob, you must provide my daughter today, or you will be ready to kill me, just as you killed her, Della's mother threatened. Please, let the young man be. Your useless daughter reaps what she sows. I regret the day you gave birth to that miserable girl named Della. Her stubbornness and stupidity have finally led her to an early grave. And may her miserable soul rest in peace, Della's father spat. Just as Della's mother was dragging Bob, the king, his family, cabinet members, and security officers arrived. The king and his cabinet members stepped out of the car. Is that not the famous king of the Amala kingdom? Della's father asked. He's the one, Bob replied. Ah, what is the great king of the Amala kingdom doing in our home? Della's mother mumbled. Greetings, your majesty. Long live the great king of the Amala kingdom, Della's mum and dad greeted. Thank you. I know you are all surprised to see me in your home today, the king said. Definitely, your majesty, they replied. Let us go inside, the king said, and as they entered he continued. Well, I came to thank you and your wife for raising such a wonderful and magnificent child. She is the reason my family and I are still alive today. Please, your majesty, we are lost. Who are you talking about? Della's mum asked. Your daughter, the king replied. Your majesty, our daughter is no longer alive, so we do not have another daughter, Della's father responded. Where are the prince and the princess? The king asked. Let me call them, your majesty, Della's mother said. When Obi and Della finally got out of the car, Bob and Della's parents screamed, Ghost! Ghost! She is a ghost, your majesty, they exclaimed. My sister had never died, Ivan said. She is a ghost, and I was the one who killed her, Bob replied. Kill her how? Obi asked. Well, when I heard that Della was pregnant for a poor madman she was madly in love with, I was extremely hurt, depressed, and frustrated, so I decided to go to meet a very powerful goddess to kill Della with the pregnancy, and ever since I killed her, her spirit has been haunting me badly, Bob confessed. God forbid, not my spirit. So, Bob, you were truly the one who sent Ezinwanyi, Queen Mother, to come and kill me. Anyway, she didn't succeed because my great-grandparents are from her kingdom, so she doesn't kill any soul who is related to her kingdom, Della replied. Oh God, thank you for putting all of my enemies to shame. So, my daughter, where have you been? And why are you dressed like a princess? Della's mother asked. She is a princess of the Amala kingdom, Ivan responded. How? Della's parents and Bob asked simultaneously. Della explained everything to them, and they were completely stunned. So that madman was a prince of the Amala kingdom. Chai, life is truly a mystery, Della's father muttered. Thereafter, Della's parents and Bob sadly apologized to Della and Obi, and they sincerely forgave them. After that, the king said, "Oh no, I have learnt so much today. Anyone can be a destiny's helper and savior in this life. I agree with you, your majesty. Who would have imagined that the great king of the Amala kingdom and his family would be saved by a soul from this kind of a family?" Ono stated in amazement. "Oh no, it is true that life is mysterious," the king said. Della's parents were eventually moved to the Amala kingdom by the king, who also gave them 2 large plots of land and established successful businesses for them. A few days later, the king and queen opened a large plaza for Della after realizing she was obsessed with business. 3 days before Obi's coronation, Obi invited Bob over to the palace to reconcile him and Della, and Obi assured Bob that he had been forgiven completely and they would be friends. A day after Obi's coronation, Bob told Obi that he was madly in love with a certain princess who had attended his coronation, but he could not approach her due to her influence, status, and charisma. "There were many princesses at my coronation. Which one are you referring to?" Obi asked. "My prince, I do not know her name or kingdom, but she is of average height and dressed in purple royal attire," Bob said. "Is she fair and slim?" Obi asked. "Yes, my prince." "Does she have dimples?" "Oh yes, my prince." "She is Princess Adana and I know her," Obi deduced. "My prince, you are correct. Her name is Adana. I just remembered her name," Bob said. "Do not worry, Bob. I will speak with her on your behalf," Obi offered. "Oh my goodness, my prince. Are you serious?" Bob asked curiously. "Pretty serious. I will introduce you to her and her mum as my best friend, and I am pretty sure that she will not turn down your request," Obi assured him. "Thank you very much, my prince. I would be grateful if you could persuade her to accept me," Bob said gratefully. "That is not a big deal, Bob. Just leave her for me. I will leave no stone unturned until she accepts you," Obi promised. "Oh, my prince, I am grateful," Bob replied, kneeling down. "Bob, please stand up. I hope you know we are friends," Obi said warmly. "I am just too grateful and happy, my prince," Bob responded, overjoyed. "It's okay, Bob. Do you know that if you marry her, chances are excellent that you will become a king in her kingdom?" Obi asked. "How, my prince? What about her dad?" Bob questioned. "Her father, the king, is sick, and the doctors say he has just few months to live, and she is her parents' only child. Therefore, whoever marries her will become king of that kingdom," Obi revealed. "My prince, I am madly in love with that girl, and I cannot wait to see her," Bob muttered. "Bob, as far as I am concerned with this matter, I promise you she will be yours, and I will do everything in my power to ensure she accepts you," Prince Obi vowed. "My prince, I will be the happiest person on earth if I marry Adana," Bob said hopefully. While they were conversing, Prince Dan came in. "Brother, it is time for the meeting," Prince Dan said. "Oh, thank you very much, Brother Dan. I had forgotten about the meeting," Prince Obi said. "My prince, which princess were you two talking about?" Prince Dan inquired. "Well, Bob said he is madly in love with Princess Adana, but he is afraid to approach her," Prince Obi replied. "Wow. But that is not a big deal, brother. Just use your influence and power as a high prince to speak with her on Bob's behalf, and I believe she will accept Bob without hesitation," Prince Dan advised. "That's exactly what I intend to do," Prince Obi affirmed. "One of the things I admire most about Princess Adana is her bravery. She is extremely brave and influential. If I had not met my fiancé before her, I could have married her. Bob, just go for Adana. She is a wife material. Please, my prince, let's go." "We're almost late for the meeting," Prince Dan urged. Bob, I have a very important meeting with the governor this afternoon. Please feel at home and make yourself comfortable. One of my drivers will be available if you want to go out, so he can take you wherever you want to go. Prince Obi offered. Thank you very much, my adorable prince, Bob said gratefully. The next morning, my princess, you have been in this state since you returned from Prince Obi's coronation. I hope everything is fine, Adana's mum asked with concern. Mother, everything is not going well. I am really angry with myself right now, Princess Adana replied. What is wrong, my daughter? She asked. Please, mother, I want to be left alone, Adana responded curtly. Oh, really? Yes, mother. Please, my daughter, tell me what is bothering you. Hope it's not the king's illness. I hate seeing you in this state. Please talk to your mother, the Queen insisted. Mum, there was a man I saw at Prince Obi's coronation, Adana revealed. What about him, and who exactly is he? The Queen asked. I don't know him. I saw him for the first time at Prince Obi's coronation, and it's funny how I can't stop thinking about him, Adana confessed. This is quite strange. Did you approach him? Her mum asked. No, Mum. Why not? Mum, I was too shy and ashamed to approach him. Coupled with the fact that I am a lady and not any lady, I am a princess. I should not be caught approaching a man, Adana explained. Adana, I cannot believe you are saying this, because you are as courageous as a lion and extremely influential, her mother remarked. Mum, when I saw him, I lost all self-control. Throughout the event, I could not take my eyes off the guy, Adana admitted. You could have summoned the courage to approach him, the Queen said. Mum, it did not occur to me until yesterday, which is why I am very unhappy with myself. Mum, I love him so much, and my deepest desire is to see and open up about my feelings for him, Adana confided. Do not worry. I believe so much in destiny. If he is meant to be yours, fate will definitely bring you people together, the Queen assured her. Mummy, this one is so strange. I've not been able to sleep well since Prince Obi's coronation. But why? Mummy, I don't know if I should call this love at first sight. I just know I cannot wait to see him again, Adana muttered wistfully. You just reminded me of how I met your father, the Queen remarked. Then Adana's phone began to ring. Please hold on, Mummy. I have a call, Adana said. Good day, Princess Adana, Prince Obi greeted. Good day, sir. Who is this, please? Princess Adana asked. I am Prince Obi. Oh my goodness. To emerge, I was just discussing your wedding with my mum before your call came in. Greetings, High Prince Obi. I am delighted to hear from you, Princess Adana responded. I am honored, my princess. Princess, I would love to see you in my palace tomorrow. I have something very important for us to discuss, Obi said. Is it that urgent, my prince? Adana asked. Not that urgent, but if you choose to treat it as urgent, then that will be nice, Obi said. Okay, my prince. I guess I am free today, not so sure of tomorrow, Adana said hopefully. If you can make it today, that will be fine, Obi replied. My prince, I will be on my way, Adana said eagerly. I will be expecting you, my princess, Obi responded and ended the call. Which prince was that? Adana's mum asked. Hi, Prince Obi, Mummy. Wow. Did he invite you over to his palace? Yes, Mum, please, Mum. I want to get dressed quickly so that I can get there on time, Adana said excitedly. A few hours later, Princess Adana arrived in Obi's kingdom. You're welcome, my princess. Good to see you, my prince, Adana said. How is your mother and the people of your great kingdom doing? Obi asked politely. They are doing great, my prince. How about yours? We're good. Well, princess, I invited you to my palace to talk about something very important with you, Obi began. What's that, my prince? Well, it is about one of my friends, Obi continued. What about him? Adana said. He told me he saw you at my coronation and fell madly in love with you, but he was too shy to approach you, Prince Obi revealed. Who could that be, my prince? Is he around? I would love to see him, Princess Adana said curiously. Oh yes, he's around. Please hold on while I call him, Obi replied. Hello, Bob. Please come to the balcony. I have a surprise for you, Obi called out. I am coming, my prince, Bob answered. Please come right away, Obi urged. All right, my prince, Bob responded. A few minutes later, Bob came and was in total shock and full of smiles on seeing Princess Adana. Oh, my world. My prince, is he the one you told me about? Princess Adana asked curiously. Yes, he is the one. Do you know him? Prince Obi inquired. My prince, please, is this? Princess Adana kept silent abruptly. My princess? What is the matter? Why the sudden silence? Are you okay? Prince Obi asked with concern. Fate, my prince, fate, Adana whispered. What did you say, princess? Obi asked. I am very okay, my prince. I am just trying to maintain my royal demeanor, Princess Adana muttered. Let me excuse you guys, Bob, over to you. See you guys later, Prince Obi said as he walked away. Good day, princess. Can we talk, please? Bob requested. Pretty yes. Please say whatever you want. I am all ears, Princess Adana replied. I am grateful. My name is Bob, and I am from Gamanga State. I am a businessman. What about you, please? My name is Princess Adana, and I am the only child of the late King Kajumbia of the Kasasa Kingdom. I am an international lawyer and the CEO of several companies. She introduced herself. Wow. I am extremely happy to meet you, my amazing princess, Bob said, smitten. Same here. Bob, please, I am craving for more questions, Princess Adana urged. Well, my princess, I do not have many questions, but there is something I would like to tell you. Bob began. I am all ears. Please. My princess, I fell extremely in love with you right from the first day I set my eyes on you. And ever since that day, I have not been myself. I occasionally dream and think about you, and I must admit that I am obsessed with you. Bob confessed ardently. Me too? Princess Adana replied simply. I don't understand. You too, how? Bob asked confusingly. I must confess, for whatever reason I spotted you at the wedding. Only my mother can relate to what I just said because she is the only person I told everything to, she revealed. My princess, I am very confused. Are you trying to say you are in love with me too? Bob asked in disbelief. Since I returned from Prince Obi's coronation, I have not been able to eat anything because you've been on my mind, in my dreams, Princess Adana confessed. Wow, what a strange coincidence, Bob remarked, amazed. Thereafter, Bob asked Adana out, and she accepted instantly. And when she got to her kingdom, she disclosed everything to her mum, and her mum was extremely happy for her. Fate, my daughter, her mum whispered. At midnight, Loveline, the mysterious goddess, appeared with her normal face in Princess Adana's room. Hey, wake up! I have a serious warning for you. Loveline tapped Princess Adana. Who are you, and how did you get into my room? Princess Adana asked. Hey, keep your questions to yourself. I did not come here to answer your questions, but to warn you to stay away from my husband, Loveline warned. Which husband are you talking about? Adana asked. The person you are in love with is my husband, so stay away from him otherwise. Otherwise, what will happen? the princess asked. "Otherwise this world would not accommodate me and you." "Madam, go to hell. I am not afraid of you," Princess Adana responded. "Are you saying you are not afraid of me?" Loveline asked. "Yes, I am not afraid of you, and I will never leave him because he is the love of my life," Princess Adana responded courageously. Loveline became very angry and changed into the mysterious goddess. "Hey, look at me and repeat what you have just said," the goddess said. "Jesus Christ," Princess Adana screamed. "You dared me, and I am going to send your soul to hell right now," the goddess spoke while tiptoeing close to Princess Adana. And when Adana attempted to scream for help, the goddess silenced her. Immediately after the goddess silenced her, Adana recalled the mysterious bead that her father had given her when he fell sick and knew he was to die. Flashback. "Take this bead, my princess, and make sure you wear it always," Adana's father said. "Daddy, this bead is weird. What is it for?" Adana asked. "My daughter, it is a powerful protector. Take this bead, my daughter. It will always protect you from spiritual attacks." End of flashback. After recalling the mysterious bead given to her by her late father, the king, Adana gradually raised her pillow, looking at the goddess fearfully. Luckily for Adana, her hand was able to locate the mysterious bead, and immediately after she carried the bead, her voice was restored. "I give you only 5 seconds to choose between your life and him," the goddess said. "I choose him, and I will continue to choose him over and over again. I will never leave him because he was destined to be my husband and the king of this kingdom. I command you to go back to the pit of hell where you belong right now," Princess Adana boldly commanded the goddess. The goddess became as furious as a bear with a saw and began to bombard Adana with her charms, but the mysterious bead that Adana was holding kept averting her charms. When the goddess used almost all of her powers and failed, she angrily scattered Adana's room and vanished. As soon as she disappeared, Adana dashed to her mother's room and told her everything. "Jesus Christ, I thank God for your life, my princess, and please summon Bob first thing tomorrow to explain his business with the spirit," Adana's mother said. Adana called Bob as soon as dawn broke. "Bob, are you still in Prince Obina's palace, or have you traveled?" Adana asked. "I am about to leave this morning, so what is up, my love?" Bob asked. "Babe, all is not well at all. Please do not travel. I am sending my driver to the palace to pick you up right now," Adana said. "Okay, I will be waiting. But what's going on, babe?" Bob asked. "Do not worry. When you arrive, I will explain everything to you," Adana replied, and ended the call. 2 hours later, when Bob arrived at Adana's palace, after a proper welcome, Adana asked him, "Be honest with me. Do you have a spiritual wife?" "Babe, what is going on?" Bob asked. "Why are you asking such an unusual question?" "Please, it is just a simple question, and I need a genuine response." "Yes, I have," Bob replied. "How did you get married to a spiritual wife?" Adana's mother asked. Bob narrated everything, right from day one to them. "Bob, how could you have tried to do such evil to Della?" Adana asked furiously. "My daughter, you cannot blame him. If you ever fall deeply in love with someone and they eventually betray you, as Della did, you might do worse than he did," said Adana's mother. "I remember when my first love, the boy I loved with all my heart and soul, got another girl pregnant. I almost killed myself that year, but I eventually realized that we were not meant to be together." Bob's worst mistake was allowing himself to be misled by his so-called best friends. "So what do you want us to do at this juncture?" Adana asked. My dear daughter, if you truly love him as you have always claimed, then stand firm with him and confront this goddess, Adana's mother said. All right, Mum. I am considering consulting Ezemuo, chief priest, to advise us on how to get rid of the goddess, Adana said. I think that is a good idea. James, Adana's mother called one of the palace guards. Yes, Your Highness, James replied. James, go and call me Ezemuo. Okay, Your Highness. A moment later, Ezemuo arrived at the palace. Greetings, Your Highness, Princess, and the next king of Kasasa Kingdom, Ezemuo greeted. Ezemuo, did you just refer to him as the next king of this kingdom? Adana's mother asked confusingly. Yes, Your Highness. The gods of our land have chosen him as the next king of the kingdom, but he is currently married to one of the most powerful and oldest goddesses, the chief priest replied. Ezemuo, that is exactly why I summoned you here. What should we do to get rid of the goddess? Adana's mother asked. Your Majesty, the gods have yet to reveal the solution to his problem to me, the chief priest replied. The next morning, Adana's mother took Bob and Adana to a very powerful spiritualist to find solutions to Bob's problem. When they arrived, Bob explained everything to the spiritualist. Your Majesty, it will be extremely difficult for the goddess to leave this young man because he has a child with her. And the goddess intends to take him to the Marine Kingdom in the next 7 days to crown him as king, the spiritualist said. This is beyond me, Adana murmured. Chai, my stubbornness and disobedience have finally landed me in misery. How do I get out of these mysterious circumstances? Bob lamented. Great One, please do something, Adana's mother pleaded. There is a solution, the spiritualist said. What is the solution, please? They asked simultaneously. There is a substance to which the goddess is allergic. She is extremely afraid of the substance. So if this young man begins to use it, it will scare the goddess away, and she will give up on this man and spiritually divorce him without hesitation, because that substance has the ability to subdue her and her powers. This is the most profound mystery that no one has ever solved about the goddess, the spiritualist said. Please tell us the name of the substance. I am willing to pay any price to know it, Adana said. When the spiritualist was about to disclose the name of the substance, all of a sudden, he began to cough badly, and when he went inside to take some water, Loveline, the mysterious goddess, appeared and caused the spiritualist to sleep deeply. Immediately after the spiritualist fell asleep, the goddess transformed herself into the spiritualist in order to deceive Bob and Adana. Great One, I believe you are fine now. Please tell us the name of the substance because my life is in danger right now, Bob pleaded. I have just discovered that the substance is not the solution to your problems. Instead, I have discovered the true solution to your problems, the spiritualist, goddesses incarnate, said. What's the solution, Great One? They asked coincidentally. Thereafter, the goddesses incarnate instructed Bob to go to the river where the goddess lived with a wedding ring, 10 tubers of yam, goats, and many other things. Great One, I don't understand. All the items you mention are for a bride price, or does it imply that he is going to the river to pay the goddess's bride price? Adana's mother asked confusingly. No, these items are for sacrifice. Without sacrifice, the goddess would never leave him, the goddesses incarnate said. Great One, see, I am willing to do anything legal to get rid of the goddess in my life, Bob said. Then you must go to the river with the sacrificial items and perform the sacrifice, the goddesses incarnate instructed. Okay, please. Great One, will you accompany me to the river to perform the sacrifice? Bob asked. No, the princess must accompany you to the river, Once there, enter the river with her and throw all of the sacrificial items into it before returning. If you can do that, I guarantee that the goddess will never bother you," the goddess's incarnate said. "Thank you very much, Great One. I will not hesitate to do it." "But, Great One, I'm afraid, what if the goddess appears and harms them?" Adana's mother asked. "No, the goddess will never appear unless they call her name 7 times. One more thing. Princess, do not go to the river with any beads, necklaces, or rings," the goddess's incarnate warned. "But why?" Adana asked. "Because it might impede the goddess from accepting the sacrifice," he replied. "Okay, I am not going to wear or go with any of them," Adana replied. After they left the place, the goddess said, "Wow, he is finally returning home to pay my true bride price and be crowned king of my marine world. As for that princess, I will kill her. Let me go and wait for them." After that, she disappeared and the spiritualist awoke. When Bob, Adana and her mother decided to call Della and tell her what the spiritualist told them, Della insisted on accompanying them to the river. 2 days later, they went to the river, and Princess Adana did not carry the mysterious beads her father had given her for protection because of the spiritualist's instructions. When they arrived at the river, everywhere was as quiet as a graveyard. They brought all of the sacrificial items and went into the river. However, as soon as Bob and Princess stepped into the river, everywhere became extremely dark and there was a great storm in the river. While they were blindly struggling to get out of the river, the mysterious goddess appeared and submerged Bob and Princess in the water. As soon as the mysterious goddess disappeared, the river stood still and darkness disappeared. Della rushed inside the river and began to call their names, but no one responded. While she was busy screaming their names, suddenly Princess Adana's corpse floated on the river, and when Della saw Princess Adana's corpse on the river, she screamed heavily and woke up and discovered it was one of her dreams. When she woke up from a short nap she had in the car on their way to the village. "Driver, stop. Driver, stop this car and let's go back right away," Della said. "My princess, what happened?" Princess Adana, Bob and the driver asked her simultaneously. "I just dozed off and had a mysterious revelation about the river we are going to," Della replied. "Please, my princess, tell us what you saw." After Della revealed everything she saw in the dream, they quickly reversed, and as they did, the mysterious goddess appeared and commanded them to return to the river, or she would kill them all. "Ezinwanya, Queen Mother, please, we are your children. Let us go," Della begged. "I must go with him today. He's my husband and my people are waiting for him in my kingdom to crown him king," the goddess replied. "I am not going anywhere with you. Light and darkness have nothing in common. Therefore, return to your kingdom and tell your people they will never see me," Bob replied courageously. The goddess laughed and said, "We are married. I am wearing your ring, and I can see mine on your finger. The sooner you follow me to my kingdom, the better for you." "God forbid. I would rather die than go to your miserable kingdom," Bob replied courageously. "Come with me now, else I will kill all of you," the goddess responded, preparing to bombard them with her charms. "Please, Ezinwanyi, do not do this to us. We are the children of this land, and our great-grandmother is from this land," Della pleaded. "My princess, stop begging this woman. We have a god far more powerful and mightier than she," Adana's driver said. "Ah, Samuel, please don't go close to her. She is extremely powerful. She might kill you," Adana murmured. "My princess, I am not afraid of her, because he who is in me is greater than she." "Hey, woman, I do not care who you are or how powerful you are. But I have a God who is almighty, a mighty warrior, the creator of the universe, the Alpha and Omega. I am that I am. And at the mention of Jesus' name, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. Therefore I command you in the name of Jesus Christ, that is above every other name, to get out of our way right now." Adana's driver commanded the mysterious goddess angrily, and quickly the mysterious goddess disappeared. "Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Please let us go home right away." A few moments later, Ezemuo, chief priest, visited Adana's palace. "Welcome, Ezemuo." "Is the queen around?" Ezemuo asked. "Yes, she is around," the palace guard responded. "Tell her that I have a message for her," the chief priest said. A minute later, the queen came out. "Welcome, the great chief priest of Karsasa Kingdom." "Greetings, your highness. Where is the princess and the next king of this kingdom?" The queen told the chief priest where they went. "Your Majesty, I sense serious danger. The princess may not survive," Ezemuo said. "Why Ezemuo?" Adana's mother asked fearfully. "The mysterious goddess deceived them. Who did they consult before embarking on their journey to the mysterious river?" Ezemuo asked. The queen told him about the spiritualist who instructed Bob and Adana to take the sacrificial items to the river. "My queen, that spiritualist who gave the instruction was the goddess incarnate. She intended to kill the princess and take the future king of this kingdom to the marine world to crown him king," the chief priest replied. The queen burst out crying and began to lament in grief. A few hours later, the queen was still crying, and the king's cabinets were comforting her. Suddenly, Adana's driver drove into the palace, and the queen rushed outside to see if her daughter Adana was inside the car, and she was overjoyed to see her daughter Adana. Thereafter, they explained everything they encountered in the village to the queen and king's cabinets. The next day, the king's cabinet visited the chief priest's shrine. "Moik, what is going on in our land, eyes of the gods?" one of them asked. "For the last 4 months, the throne of the Karsasa kingdom has been empty because the king has been bedridden and has 1 more day to live. Oh no, Wu, the gods have chosen a soul to be the king of this land," the chief priest said. "Who is that soul, Ezemuo?" they asked. "The chosen one is the princess's fiancé." "Ezemuo, why would the gods choose someone who is already married to a goddess to be the king?" Onowu, Prime Minister, asked. "Only the gods can answer this question, but I believe they have a reason for choosing him as the king of this land." Ezemuo, that boy will never rule this kingdom due to the circumstances that surround him. But the gods have chosen him, and if he does not become king, the kingdom will be without a king until he dies, and any soul who attempts to ascend to the throne will die suddenly. This is incredible. But Ezemuo, what about the mysterious goddess who haunts him every now and then? Onowu asked. The goddess would surely depart from him at an appointed time, but she would torment him greatly before she departs. The goddess would not depart from him easily because she's obsessed with him, but she would eventually depart from him, the chief priest said. Ezemuo, how long are we going to wait for the goddess to leave him before crowning him king? Onowu asked. The gods have not revealed the appropriate time to me, but I believe she will depart from him soon, the chief priest replied. The king's cabinet and Onowu left the shrine frustratingly. A week later, after the king's death and burial, they went to the palace to decide what to do concerning the circumstances in their land. Onowu, we cannot just fold our arms and watch Karsasa's throne remain empty. We need to act fast, one of the cabinets said. I am baffled right now. What should we do at this juncture? Onowu asked. Onowu, I propose that we go to the goddess village and explain the circumstances that our kingdom is facing as a result of the goddess. I believe the solution to the princess's fiancé, our next king, will be revealed. One of the cabinets suggested. I agree with you, Mazio Conquo. The situation on the ground affects not only Bob, but the entire Kasasa kingdom, so we must stand up and confront these mysterious circumstances. Well, you people have spoken very well. The fight on the ground is our fight, so we would definitely visit that village. However, who would lead us there? Onowu asked. My queen, who will lead us to that village? The princess of Amala Kingdom, because her great-grandmother is from that village, the queen replied. Thereafter, they went to the Amala Kingdom to plead with Della to accompany them to that mysterious village, but the king of Amala Kingdom completely disagreed. Princess Della is extremely valuable to my family and entire Amala Kingdom, so we want nothing to happen to her at all, the king said. So they returned to their kingdom, and when they arrived at the palace, Bob told them about his best friend Felix, who had taken him to the village to see the goddess. 2 days later, Bob was about to travel to his town to see his best friend Felix about the issue at hand, but Princess Adana insisted on accompanying Bob to see Bob's people. After successfully arriving in town, Bob and Princess Adana proceeded to Felix's house. When they got to Felix's house, Bob explained the circumstances he went through to Felix. Bob, are you saying that the goddess is still haunting you? Felix asked. Yes, this is even worse than before. Please accompany us to the village, Bob pleaded. Sorry, Bob, but I cannot leave my business and accompany you to the village. My business is far more valuable than anything else at this point. Felix, Bob's best friend, replied. Felix, please do not do this to me. Do not forget, you were the one who took me to that village to see the goddess for the first time. Please, in the name of God, accompany us to the village, now that the people of Kasasa Kingdom are willing to take immediate action in response to the circumstances surrounding me, Bob pleaded. Bob, I can't, Felix replied. Please name your price. I am willing to pay you whatever amount you demand because I truly want the goddess to depart from him so that he can marry me and become the king of Kasasa Kingdom. Princess Adana said, No amount is worth paying me because I am priceless. My yes is yes and my no is no, Felix replied. Felix, I am disappointed in you after all of the good things I have done for you. So this is how you intend to repay me? Bob said, Not like that, Bob. My business is extremely important to me, Felix replied. So, the business which I established for you is more valuable and important than my life and destiny, right? Bob asked. Bob, see, I do not have time for all of these questions. I have something significant to attend to right now. See you later, Felix said, walking away from them. Felix, my God will judge you for ruining my life. You claim to be my best friend. You will regret what you did to me for the rest of your life, Bob muttered. Babe, please let us go. I am confident that there will be a way, Princess Adana said. Of a truth, Felix had never been a friend to Bob. As a matter of fact, he had always been extremely jealous and envious of Bob from childhood. He could not come to terms with why Bob always had more achievements and successes than him. So he decided to conspire to kill Princess Adana in order to implicate Bob. So Bob wants to marry a princess in order to become king of that great kingdom. I will never let that happen. What should I do? I must do something to prevent him from becoming king. I will pay some bad boys to kidnap and kill the princess and accuse Bob. The next morning, as Bob and Princess were returning to the palace, Felix sent bad boys to kidnap Adana, and after they had kidnapped her, Felix instructed them to tie her up till he gives the directive to end her life. 3 days after they kidnapped Adana, Felix called those bad boys to kill Adana. Then Felix proceeded to Adana's kingdom and informed Adana's mother and the king's cabinets that he caught Bob red-handed when he killed Princess Adana in the bush. When those bad boys wanted to kill Princess Adana, they were extremely shocked by what Adana did. One more episode to go. Type continue in the comment section to see the last episode.